think we're live, right? Hey everybody, Joel here in one of the most amazing places in the world with the most amazing people in the world. Look at this view. And look at these very beautiful men and ladies here. So anyway, folks, you should be here, you can't be here, you're not here, that's okay, but we're here. The amount of knowledge, golden nuggets, and information that we've been brainstorming over the past couple of days is off the charts. I'm going to tell you this. We will be a billion-dollar company very quickly, so thanks for joining us live. We're going to be here on a round table, and it's for you guys to ask any questions that you have. And I'm going to turn things over to one of our very top leaders, Daniel Kump, and I'll be here answering questions as well. Come on over, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm awesome. You?
Thanks
How
for
could
having
you
me.
not be awesome, right?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here with you.
We're all here.
So guys, what we're going to do, what we decided to do while we're here is have a webinar with basically the top 10 money earners inside of Now Lifestyle and celebrate the fact that we're here in this mansion. It is 11,000 square feet, $3,600 a night, just absolutely amazing place. As you can see in the background, we got the infinity pool, we got Vincent Ortega stripping, doing his thing. But besides Vince, you know, getting dirty for you.
Oh, you heard that? Look at that.
But we're here to have a good time. We're here to network. We're here to really just set the foundation for the brand. So this is part of something that's very, very special that is going to launch Now Lifestyle into the rest of this year and really into a billion-dollar company. So what's great about tonight, and what's great, what you have an opportunity to do right now is ask any single question you want with our top 10 income earners. So if you want to talk about traffic, if you want to talk about leads, if you want to talk about opt-ins, if you want to talk about anything that can help you grow your business, now is an unbelievable time to do that. So if you want to have a seat, we'll actually just kind of go around and introduce everybody. And some of the leaders are still taking their seats. So what we're going to do is...
Talking crack? Something right back.
So what we're going to do is, like I said, you're going to have time. I got my man Mike over here watching the Q&A coming in on the live feed. He's going to be handing me the questions. But before we get started, like Joel said, my name is Daniel Kump. I've been with Now Lifestyle for the past 4 months. Absolutely amazing opportunity. I love what I do. I love the people that I get to work with every single day. And it has completely changed the lives of me and my family. And it's just, I can't wait because this is such an awesome opportunity. And what we're doing is going to change the game of network marketing and change the game of online marketing. So this is just the foundation right now. So first, why don't we start with our man Dave Gardner over here. Dave, why don't you just tell him where you're from and how long you've been doing what you've been doing and why you're excited about being here in Cabo.
Thanks. Dave Gardner from Syracuse, New York. I've been with GVO and Joel since 2009 and got right in when Now Lifestyle was launched. I saw the passion. I saw, you know, the future of what this program had in store back in, you know, December and January of this past year, 2017, and I knew that this is, you know, going to be amazing for me, and it's worked out wonderful. I've, you know, got some great leadership here. I've been friends with a lot of these people on Facebook, but it compares not at all to actually being with them. I've been to other, basically you call them events where it's, you know, in a big hotel and maybe you can hang out with 1 or 2 people, but this is like a big family right now. We're spending hours and hours and hours together again, so the power of these, you know, retreats and seminars is just amazing, and it's going to help explode my business. So, you know, anything I can help you out with, we're here to help.
All right, Janet,
Hi,
another
everyone.
top 10 leader over here.
I'm Janet Legere from beautiful Calgary, Alberta. Not as beautiful as this, I got to tell you. And I've known Joel for more than 15 years, worked with him for a long time, and been a very integral part of GVO and Pure Leverage. And when Now Lifestyle came out, it really resonated with me, and I knew that this was going to be the future for my business and really going to change our lives, and it truly has. And like Dave said, being here with this family, because they are now very much family, is truly a lifetime experience. And you know, I'm just sorry all of you aren't here with us. I hope you'll be at the next one. But Now Lifestyle really is about living the lifestyle and doing it now.
Well said. My name is Tessa Godabatarni. I'm from Washington, D.C. Don't hold that against me.
I'm holding it against you.
I've been with GVO. Well, we've known each other for almost 15 years. I've earned well over $500,000 with Joel's products. And I don't say that to brag. The reason I say that is because I believe that all of us who are here are on the ground floor of a billion-dollar company where a lot of people are going to make a lot of money. So this is your opportunity to ask us questions. We're here to help you however we can. I've known Joel for as long as I have, and the products that he puts out are nothing but quality, as evidenced by the fact that I have lost 33 pounds since March. Since March 22nd. So I'm really a product of the product, and there's never a great income opportunity unless you start with a product that works, and that's what this is. So thank you, Joel, for everything you're doing. We appreciate you, and on to you.
I'm just humbled, blown away, excited, joyful. Every words can't describe where we're going, guys and gals, and everybody watching the live feed. I'm humbled to be with these people. This is the start of a true legacy. This is the core group, and the people watching is the core group. If you see the vision, if you see the passion, it's going to be off the charts. We're releasing our supplement line this September, and the brainstorming, you wait till you see the marketing videos that are going to come out of this amazing place. So it's amazing. So get your questions started, folks. I'm going to turn it over to Nick. Another amazing, Nick brought in Daniel. Game over for Nick already too. Over to you, bud.
Dan's the man, and I appreciate you for putting this whole thing on. They say that physical products are the foundation of successful businesses, and it's not about the money, it's about the lifestyle. And not everyone out there wants to live a lifestyle of freedom. For me, that's what I wanted. I'm 25 years old right now. When I was 19, starting the industry, and I was just super passionate about helping other people, inspiring them through content, through online marketing, everything, because I wanted to see people step into their true potential, travel the world, live the dreams with those that they love, and what a better way to do it than with this company, with the amazing leadership behind it, and the amazing people and all the community and the staff, support group. Everyone here is out to actually help people, and that's what this is all about. That's what I'm all about. That's what all these leaders are about. It's gonna be phenomenal. Excited to be with you guys, and let's just crush it. Let's crush it.
Oh, we will crush it.
100%. Off to you, my man.
All right, greetings. Gregory Schmidt from Seattle, Washington. Totally surprised to be here. When I first started, and I did start at the very beginning in pre-launch, I am a non-guru. I don't have a list. I use what Joel calls attraction marketing. I strictly worked only on Facebook, talking to people on Facebook, telling and sharing with individuals that we have a brand new fitness opportunity available and you should take a good look at it. And I was just blown away how many people came in. The first week of pre-launch, Murphy's Law being what it is, I got a foot of snow, lost my power, I still had batteries, and was fortunate to bring in 7 new people. And Joel recognized that, and I got a call from Mikey, and they wanted me to do a webinar. It's like, I have no power. What am I going to do? And I couldn't say no. So I had to shovel out my driveway, take the decision to go to the next town to my sister's place and do a fantastic webinar back February 9th. And everything has just been amazing since then. I've gone from 213 pounds down to 189. It's an amazing program. You really do need to take a look at it. I encourage you to do so.
Hey, John Weber from Minnesota. I'm also taking the place of my dad, Richard. We're teamed up in this because, we've known Joel for so long. We absolutely thank him for getting this all started and for really him and Mike, what they've done, and the entire team as well. It's absolutely fantastic. Like everyone said here, the products are amazing. The opportunity is great. And my number one thing that I focus on, like being here and whatnot, is the people. It's all about people. It's all about helping each other and growing.
Awesome. Well, Blake, hand on over here. We got another panelist joining us. What's up, Mr. Vincent Ortega? How are you, buddy?
Fabulous.
Share a little bit about why you're excited to be here, man.
Well, the reality is when you start to hang out with people that have that same mindset as you, right? That entrepreneurial mindset that actually want things in their life. They want to, kind of excel to that next level. You just feel the energy. You know what I mean? You guys feel that energy, that vibe, that experience. And so for me, what happens when I get around the right people, right, in my world, it just inspires me to wake up to the reality of everything that I thought that I wanted it can now happen. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for those of you guys who are out there watching this right now, thinking about maybe joining the business, stuff like that, realize that not only do you join a business that's a great product, a great company, a great everything, it's the people that you're going to associate yourself with that's going to allow you to move into the place that you always wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like, the next time that we do this mastermind, the next time that we do one of these kind of situations, you have to make sure that you show up if you want to move to that next level, because you know, the training's going to be great, the product's going to be great, everything that you're going to access is going to be great, but once you start to feel the energy, you feel the vibe of the people around you, then you'll know that you can become successful. It was about, I would say it's about 8 years ago where I showed up to one of these masterminds, and I just kind of hung out with the people that were making millions of dollars, like people that I wanted to be with. You know, I wanted their life, and I realized they're not that special. Really, that's the crazy part. It's like they weren't magical, right? They didn't have something that I couldn't possess myself, right? And so what I did after I left that mastermind, like you guys, if you come to the next one, what you'll do after you leave this, you'll realize to yourself, all those setbacks, right? All those blocks that you thought that you couldn't do and achieve and accomplish, it's going to be easy for you because you know and you experience the environment that you thought that it might not be possible for me, but now it comes into the fact where it's going to happen. Like, you know it's going to happen. So next time we do one of these, make sure you guys show up out there, and just, you know, the exciting part about this is when you get around the right people, there's no other way for you to visualize that you can't make it happen. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the beauty. When you hang around people like Daniel, when you hang around people like Joel, who creates this company, and people that are successful, right, you know that it can happen in your life because you were right there experiencing it, feeling it, touching it, knowing it, and you guys will have success. And so that's the magic. Like, they have to be to the next one, period, end of story.
Mm-hmm. And like I told you guys earlier, I mean, this is the foundation for, there's never going to be another event like there is right now, period, end of story. Just like Vince said, there's never going to be another first event. And this is it. And the folks that made the decision, that took action, that did whatever it took to get to this event, those are the folks that are reaping the rewards, the marketing, the videos, the education, the networking. They get to experience that firsthand, because each event that we do going forward is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So the next event, which we're already talking about while we're here, is going to be huge. And we're not going to have the opportunity to network like we're doing right now. So I want you guys to take advantage while we're here, while we're in this intimate setting, to ask any question. All of the leaders that you heard from, whether it be myself or Janet or Vince or anybody, ask a question, and these guys are going to answer it. We're going to put them right on the spot. We're going to make them answer the question live for you guys right now. So, Mike, we still waiting on some questions trailing in?
We're good. Actually, what came in, free account, Joel, going away or staying live?
Well, Joel just...
You know the answer to that.
Yeah, I know the answer to that one. So the question was, are the free accounts going to go away? And as of right now, no, the free accounts are never going to go away. It's a great, easy way to introduce somebody to Now Lifestyle. They can do it for free. They can see what it's all about. They can see the products. They can see the workouts. They can learn about the business. They can get educated. So therefore, they can make an informed decision. Is this business and is this opportunity right for them? So as of right now, no, those are never going away. So I'm gonna actually start with Dave here. So Dave, you've made the top 10 leaderboard. You've been in almost from the beginning. What are some things that you do on a day-to-day basis to take action and become one of the top 10 income earners?
Good question. This can be very simple, and I actually, I'm a full-time science teacher. I teach biology, chemistry. I'm a lacrosse coach. So I got a lot of things going on the side. I got 3 kids. But when I do put the time, it's not that I have to put 100 hours a week, but when I put my time in, I'm putting 100% of my effort towards this right now. So I'm on Facebook, I'm engaging in the groups, I'm reaching out to people, I'm answering their questions, I'm creating content, maybe some videos, I might do a blog post, I'll share that blog post, maybe on like a Pingler Blast site, and then, I'll take some of that information and, I'll also put it in a daily email. And I'll let that know, let my list know that I just created some content, get them to check it out. So I'm constantly cycling them back through, things that are mine, and that, will then tie back into Now Lifestyle. And me personally, I just started in the beginning with the fiber powder that Joel provided, or it wasn't even the fiber, but just that we provide yet, which is coming out, but just a generic fiber that I found in the store, and I just dropped about 10 pounds. and just noticed that again my cravings were a little bit different. And with the workouts, I started doing some of those and doing the cycles. I don't lift a lot, but I noticed that I was getting stronger already just after a cycle or two. And I've made videos of me working out, and I don't care what I look like in the videos. One of the last ones I had like hair all over the place. I was in my basement. Maybe the lighting's not great. So one of the key things that I've worked on for years is the idea of just taking action. And it doesn't have to look perfect. It doesn't have to look pretty. But you just get out there and you have to do it. And you have to be consistent. That's what's really gotten me here. And you get that switch of I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it happen.
I want to ask something. Coming from a teacher's perspective, right? A lot of people, when they get in these businesses, are like, oh, I don't have time. I went through, the whole day. I just got home. I'm tired, whatever. Like, what is it that you do that you think about once you go through a whole day? Because I know as a teacher, you're dealing with a lot of crazy students,
Right.
stuff, and your mind's probably at the end of the day like, oh. But what keeps you so focused, and what drives you to realize that even though you might be a little bit tired, you're gonna make shit happen? Like you're gonna get it done.
It's that refusal to quit and that drive, so that I know, like on the breaks and on the summers, that I can do things with my daughters that maybe I wasn't able to do a couple years ago.
That's
It's
cool.
things that I want to do to retire myself, so that I can keep coming to places like this, meeting awesome people, and helping other people out in the long run. So
That's awesome. So it's all about the future. So
yeah,
your
it's
vision's
about
there.
what's up ahead.
Your
Yeah.
vision's right there. That's awesome. So, because a lot of people that join, any kind of business, they think that's going to magically happen in the next, month or two, and they're going to start, their life's going to change. But you realize, and you've been around us, and we've even talked about this, it takes a couple of years of really
Right.
putting in the focus and the energy and the effort to have the success that you guys want out there. And so the realization of like somebody who has a job, who's still going after it, right? That's the magic. Like a lot of people will give that excuse, I already have a job, I'm tired when I get home or whatever.
Right.
But you want the vision that bad that you're gonna make it happen,
You know
right?
it.
You
Say
made
it.
it out here. So that's the thing, like the people that are watching this, there's really no excuse.
None at all.
And that's the beauty.
There's
Like
no
when there's people like
excuses at
this,
all.
there's no excuse.
Find excuses or
Yeah.
find a way. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. I love it. I love it. So, for those guys who are watching right now, if you think you had an excuse, you don't anymore. All right.
Just do it, like Nike says.
Yeah, there you go. So I want to kick it over to my man John, because right now a lot of you guys see some experience and tenure up here. John is 19 years old, and him and his dad are a 1-2 combo, and he's already on the top 10 income earners leaderboard, being 19 years old. So I just want you guys to think about right now, as if you're a young, middle-aged, or old aspiring entrepreneur, here's a guy who's making it happen, doing what it takes, putting himself out there, and I can't believe the future that you are building right now, just being here, making this decision to come to this event, and like, your future is wide open. But tell us a little about like what it's like to be 19, own your own business, and maybe some of what you go through from a social media standpoint, because your friends are probably playing video games, going out drinking, partying, and doing all that stuff. So how do you battle wanting to build your business with the balance of just everyday life and your friends?
Well, it's mainly managing your priorities. I have friends all the time who are, oh, let's go walk around Walmart. Oh, let's go to GameStop and hang out. And I go, no, I have much more important things to do. I'm building, and we're all building for our future. We're building to for retirement, whatever. Each person has their own goals. It's for what you want in the future. I don't care about going to Walmart and playing with the toy swords in the aisles like they do. I don't have time for that. I want this for my long-term future, and Now Lifestyle is going to be around for a very, very, very long time, and hopefully perpetually, because of the system, because of how it's set up, and because of the people and the leaders here who are backing it up. So mainly it's managing my priorities. I don't, like I said, I don't have time for that stuff. To make sure, you make sure you get your emails out, make sure you post something on social media every single day, make sure you follow up with your team, make sure you follow up with everyone you can, make your calls, make your your email blasts, everything you can to make sure you have as much exposure and you're connecting with people as much as possible, because that's the key. If you don't do those things and you're not managing your priorities and you're not doing what you're supposed to, of course you're not going to succeed. And that's why most kids my age and most people even older than me, whatever they're doing, they don't succeed. They're always having problems because they're not managing what they need to do. They're doing what they want to do. And those are two completely different things that once you finally realize and change what's necessary for you to do, whether it's you're becoming fit or whether it's changing your financial status, whatever you're going for, once you do that, then you'll be a lot happier and you'll have a lot better chance and a lot better, ability to be able to achieve what you're going after and what you really want to do. So that's my 2 cents.
Awesome, dude. So I want to transition actually right from John into Nick, because Nick is also part of the younger generation. He's 25 years old. He's had months as high as $50,000 in being an online marketer. Just absolutely crazy numbers. He's already getting to live the lifestyle, travel the beaches of the world, and really just does whatever he wants to do. And what's great is, Nick, I want you to speak to the younger generation a little bit and some of the struggles that you've seen, kind of similar to what John's going through, but also one of the questions we just got off the live feed. Thank you, Sean Mullen, for asking that question, by the way. Sean was asking about vision boards, and do you use a vision board, and has that helped you, steer you in the right direction? So kind of take it from where John is into your vision and what you see.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I got started when I was your age, man, too. So it's crazy to see how inspired you are and how you're really paving the way for the young demographic. And I remember when I was 19, I was in a fraternity, was drinking all the time, partying all the time. My priorities were not straight, right? So the problem that I see within the young demographic is their priorities are all messed up. They're watching videos of all these different people doing things, and they're just like, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to party, I need to do this, and they're not driven, they're not focused, they don't know what they want out of their life, and they're so distracted with so many different things, and it's holding them back forever, wondering what their true purpose is on this planet. So when I finally had a wake-up call, it actually happened to me when I fell down a staircase when I was in school. I was partying, doing all that stuff, and I fell down, out cold, went unconscious, and I remember this like it was yesterday. That was a wake-up call to me to get my, ish in gear, to get my stuff in order, that I need to actually get focused on something to where I can set not only myself up, but my family up, my parents, my future family up for the rest of my life, to where I don't have to work the 40-40-40 plan, and be broke. It's like Jim Rohn says, most people that have too much month at the end of the money, and they're broke. That was me in college. I was spending my money on all these different things. So I just started listening to great people, very successful people like Gary Vaynerchuk, Ty Lopez, you got Bob Proctor, Zig Ziglar, the greats like Dan Kennedy, like all these different top marketers, Joel, a lot of the leaders in here, I was watching a lot of their videos. And it's cool to meet them in person, because when you meet the people in person, it shows you that it's real. Because for the young demographic, they see so much stuff out there on social media to where they don't know if it's real, they don't know if it's possible, but when they come to an event like this, they get to meet the people and see that they're real, see that they have flaws just like we all do. They're not perfect, like we all get nervous. It's like I'm nervous on this live right now. I'm not, a perfect speaker by any means, but I practice on a daily basis, listening to great people and vision questing. To talk on the vision board real quick, a lot of people don't understand that they are creating their own reality. Law of attraction is definitely real. There's 2 sides to it though, right? It's law of attraction, you have to take action, but the visualizing what you want is like 95% of it, if not a little bit more than that. So create a vision board. That's the biggest thing I can see for you, because if you have something that you're looking at on a daily basis that inspires you, put up pictures of the houses you want, the places you want to travel to. Have a combination of material things. If that inspires you, that's cool. Just put some cars on there, put the vacations, the homes, the health aspect, put everything that you want to live, and it's going to motivate you to put in the work, because most people, they're not motivated. So you need to do something like that and have that up in front of your desk every single day, looking at that while you're working, to where it just gives you an idea of something that you're striving for, that you're working towards, to where you don't feel like you're just spinning your wheels in your business. So if anything, it's just like, know what you want, visualize what you want, surround yourself with the right people, get your priorities in order, get around the right people who have their priorities in order. That's going to allow you to get on track, because when you meet people that make more in a month than most people make in a year, you're like, holy crap, like, I'm listening. My teachability index is open. Right? Most people that have too big of an ego. Ego stands for edging God out. So drop your ego, surrender it, and just start listening to the right people. Get to the events. Events is what transformed my business. Dan, that was a big thing for me. I was, living with my parents when I started out, and they were very supportive of the business, very grateful for that. But I wasn't around very like-minded people that had high dreams, high goals, high aspirations. I was around people that just wanted to have fun and party, which is cool. We're in Cabo, work hard, play hard too. At the same time, it's like we get around those people that are crushing it, they're doing big things, then it allows us to go in that same direction. So.
Awesome. All right, great response, Nick. I appreciate that. So one of the next questions that we have is, Mike, do me a favor, just make sure that we're writing down the name of who asked that question.
Yeah, for sure. Let me just do a quick.
So somebody asked the question, how many of the top 10 leaders, and I guess we can go through and just real quickly just say, yes, you had a list or no, you didn't. But somebody asked how many of the top 10 leaders had a list before they started with Now Lifestyle. I don't know, for me, I started back on March 23rd. At that point, I had a list of 10,000 people. So yeah, I did have a little bit of a foundation to start with. And I'll actually end up finishing this question, but I just want to go around. Vince, I know obviously you got a pretty significant list, right? Dave, did you have a list before you started with NLS?
Pretty small, probably less than 5,000 total, and that was spread across a bunch of different niches.
Okay.
So relatively small.
All right. Janet?
I sure did. The list was a little bit stale, I would have to say, and Now Lifestyle livened it up, so I did have a list.
Cool. Thanks. Tissa?
Yeah, excuse me. Yes, I had a list, but very quickly, when I first started way back with GVO, and this question comes up always with folks, and I've been on the other side of the camera where people are asking exactly this question: how do I get started if I don't have a list? And if you don't have a list, I'm here to tell you that the best way to get started is the power of edification. And by that, what I mean is every single person sitting in this room, when they post on Facebook, when they're celebrating a team member's success, share that post. When Daniel celebrates a team member's success on Facebook, never hesitate to share that post congratulating Daniel as well as that team member, because it's not that you're giving away signups to someone else. What you're really doing is you're putting yourself in a position of authority. So never ever hesitate to celebrate and share the successes of others, especially when you're getting started, especially if you don't have a list, because if you do that long enough, people will start turning to you and saying, who is this person who's congratulating others, who's celebrating others, who's edifying others, and over time, you become an authority. And that's when you can start to build your list. So it's not a stumbling block. Just everyone in this room, when you see this live stream, for example, you should be sharing this, and you should be congratulating everyone here who's here as a leader. That puts you in a position of authority and puts you in a position to start building your list. Longer answer than I was supposed to make, but it's very important.
Yeah. Some really good advice, really good advice. So for me, I built my list from scratch, because I didn't have great success, so I started providing value and sharing success stories of those on my upline, crossline, different leaders in the company that were crushing it, in order to build my list. And then it started growing slowly but surely, started generating a couple leads per day, and went to like 50 leads, 100 leads, and started growing. But it's gonna take time. That's what you've got to understand. The time is going to pass anyways. And every single expert was once an amateur, but you don't have to be great to start. You just have to start in order to be great, and you just start building on a consistent basis. It'll start growing to the point where people are gonna be asking you, watching there right now, wherever you're watching this from, how did you do it, right? Because you're just like, thinking there's this crazy secret. Consistency is the secret. And that's a big thing for all you guys. Like, who the leaders that make the most? What are they? The most consistent, right? So.
Greg?
Absolutely. Yeah, like I mentioned, I had I jumped right into social media because I did not have a list. I didn't have a bunch of people who were responsive to me because I was working a job. I was not in network marketing, being active. I was excited to be in the pre-launch and move from that point. But no, I still don't have a list. That's why I'm here. I'm here to learn from the masters so I can develop that additional tool so I can use that in furthering and growing my business.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg.
For myself, kind of not really, but I want to kind of go on their 2 points. Is that it doesn't matter, if you don't have a list right now, that's fine. Because how did every single person here start? No one had a list when they started. No one, unless you had another business or something that you went across to. But it's like they said, just getting started. You don't have to have a big list like 100,000 whatever right now. Just get started and start building it and make some massive action go.
Awesome. Tell them real quick, because a good value lesson. I mean, for those of you guys who are watching this right now, I mean, you're talking about people who are making it happen right now. Like a really good value lesson that he always teaches, that Daniel teaches, is invest, learn, teach, right?
Yep.
So tell them a little bit about that real quick.
Yeah, and
this is how you build a list. This is how you build your network so you can start building your net worth up.
yeah, one of the best things you can do when you're starting, when you're brand new, is start to brand yourself. And you might think when you first start out in the very beginning, that's what's great about this mastermind, because somebody asked the question on Monday, how do I start branding me? And one of the easiest ways to do it is, if you guys have a pen and paper at home, write down this acronym, ILT, and it stands for Invest, Learn, Teach, just like Vince said. So you invest time, sometimes money, like if you buy a course, or you could watch a video, listen to an audio, read a book, do anything. There's so much content out there on YouTube and Google and everywhere. But you invest time, sometimes money, you learn something, and then you turn around and you teach that to others. So what you can do is, as you're list building, you can start, you can use some paid traffic, you can use free traffic, but say if you wanted to start branding you and using free traffic, you could use video marketing and use YouTube. So you could take, I don't know how many golden nuggets out of this panel tonight and have notes for days. And there's lots of folks out there like Ray Higdon that say, your notes are like your uncashed checks. So you could take this content and then make 3 steps to this, 5 steps to that, or hey guys, I want to share with you something that I learned on a webinar the other night that was very, very critical to my, my decision-making process to get started here, and I want to share that with you. You create a piece of content, you put that on YouTube. Now you have authority positioning, just like Nick mentioned. I think Tissa mentioned that too. And you give yourself authority positioning, you learn something, you taught that to somebody else, and if somebody wants to learn more, then they're going to click your link below the video and they're going to become a lead. So ILT is great when you first start out to start branding yourself, getting people to know, like, and trust you, and start building your list. And you definitely don't need to have a list to start out, because just to John's point exactly, which was very smart, is that every single one of us, myself, Vince, everybody, when we first started out, we had no list. So whether it's Now Lifestyle or any other opportunity, you don't need a list to start. And there's tons of people that are on my team, and I know other people's teams too, that are taking action. They're finding ways to drive traffic, whether it be free or paid, and now they're getting signups, and they've already made between $500 and $1,000 from the action that they took. And they didn't have a list. They were brand new. Some of them knew nothing about network marketing, nothing about online marketing, but you just need to be a little resourceful. You need to make that decision and decide that you want a result. That's it.
Hey, what was the first thing that you taught people, like when you started getting online, to get that value out there? Because what's so cool about this, what you guys don't understand, is as soon as you know something that somebody else doesn't realize, you become the authority. It doesn't matter what it is. That's what's crazy. So the conversation, you always will win as soon as you know something that other person you're chatting to doesn't know. It's pretty wild how it works. But what was the one thing that you did? I'll tell you what mine was.
That's actually a great question, Vince, because so for me, it was when I first got started, I was learning attraction marketing, and I was going to do it on social media. So how do I attract people to me? Well, guess what I did on YouTube? I went and I searched for ways to learn how to attract people to me, and as soon as I learned that, I made my own video and I created my own version, and then got that back out on my YouTube channel. And then I also posted that information on Facebook too. So as I was starting out, I was learning, but I took that information and immediately transferred it and taught that to other people too.
The first thing that I ever taught, I made people give me a little email first, all right? Because the thing is, you gotta always incentivize people. Why would they want to learn something, right? So you give a little bit of value, then why would they want to learn it? Then you go ahead and put a page together that says, look, I'm going to teach you something if you give me your email, and people do that all the time if it's valuable, right? But the very first thing I taught was how to use Facebook. That's how long ago I started, when Facebook was brand new. It was like, how do I even use Facebook properly to start connecting with people? And it was like a 7-step video series. It was like 10 years ago. So it's literally anything that you guys are out there learning. I call it actually YouTube University. You can go on YouTube and learn anything you want, right? And the value that you guys are excited about, you just go out there and share it with the world. It's so cool. And what's neat about Now Lifestyle is, if you are into our products and the health and all the aspects and things like that, once you start losing weight, feeling great, looking right, you know what I'm saying? Like all that, you start sharing how that happened, quick little free valuable tips. People are like, dang, I want to know more, right? And then boom, all you do is give them a little link and you start making money. I mean, it's just so simple when you guys out there understand how easy the step-by-step process is, so you can actually start having that value and start building that email list. And then once you have an email list, all you got to do is push a few buttons, send something out, and money starts flowing in digitally. It's just a beautiful thing. So I love it. All right, tear it up. I'm trying not to take this guy's thunder, but he's too dang good. He's too dang good.
So listen, guys, I already got some questions over here. I can see Mike writing down the questions in the back. So the questions are flowing in. Guys, keep them flowing in. We got a panel here, and they're going to answer every single question you guys have. So, Greg, I'm going to kick this one over to you because you said when you started you didn't have a list. This person says here, I apologize, I didn't get the name, but they said for a person just starting with NLS, what's the quickest way to drive traffic to the option content page?
Quickest way to drive traffic. Okay, very good question. What you want to do is create some sort of eye-catching post that really says, hey, I have something unique, you have to take a look at this. You want to create curiosity. You want people to say, okay, what do you got? And so what they will do is they'll click on your link and they'll follow through. I keep it pretty basic just because what I do is a little bit fresh, but I do keep it basic. But it just varies. It depends, if there's a certain link or if Joel is presenting a certain event, or if there's brand new information that comes out, I like to key on that, because when you have something new, it is fresh to the marketplace. So no one will know about it, and again, that will bring curiosity to the individual who does see your ad. Now, you can just post that to your wall. You can share it to your fan page. You can have multiple fan pages. You can have a fan page that is oriented towards yourself, towards something, an interest that you like. In this case, having a fan page about fitness is key, because we are a fitness opportunity. And to expand upon that, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of different groups on Facebook where you can post as well. So all of this is free marketing, it's attraction marketing, and it will be an exchange of your time to put these posts out on Facebook. If you want quick results, of course, then you go into paid traffic, which I'm just expanding into. So I'm sure one of the other individuals up here can further expand upon how to drive traffic when you do paid advertising on Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Tis, I want to kick it over to you real quick in regards to content creation. And like when you're first starting out, or we're talking about with ILT in the beginning, sometimes people overcomplicate it and think that I don't know where to get content. There's not enough content out there. I'm running out of content. What's some quick advice on just initial content creation?
The content is already there. Joel, Facebook. This is a huge strategy which I teach people, and this kind of goes back to what I said about leveraging the success and celebrating the results of others. Joel is on Facebook constantly creating content. This live stream is content that you can leverage. So again, if you're on the other side of this camera and you're just getting started, you're probably struggling with just that. How do you create content? And eventually, yes, you should learn how to create content, but for now, there is so much content that Joel, the Now Lifestyle group, the page is creating for you. Share that content, make it your own. I mean, obviously give success, attribute the author with that content, but you can leverage that. It's already out there. So share those posts, include your link in those posts. This kind of goes back to the previous question about driving traffic to Now Lifestyle's page. When you see someone post on Facebook about having earned X amount of dollars or having lost, however many pounds, take that content on Facebook, or I keep saying Facebook, but this could be any social media channel. Take that content, leverage it by sharing it, include your enthusiasm, include your link to the Now Lifestyle page or what have you, and that is how you can start creating content, by leveraging others' content.
Boom.
Boom. Mic drop.
That's the thing.
Awesome.
All right, tear it up.
All right, so Steve asks, is it wiser to have your own squeeze page, forward that to a thank you or a bridge video, and then to like a Now Lifestyle VSL or video sales letter, or driving them to a custom funnel? And I know there's several different ways to answer this, Janet. I want you to feel this, because you could probably take it either way. I would say when you're first starting, people might lean towards one, but what would you say to that, and what are you typically doing?
Well, again, touching base with people who are just starting, creating a sales funnel, creating their own capture pages could be a little inundating and a little scary. Joel has done a wonderful job putting capture pages together, already connected to an autoresponder system, so he's made it easy for you. At the end of the day, you can get started that way. And it's going to start your business really simply, just getting traffic to those pages. Trust me, it works. I have capture pages, I have my own funnel pages, but I'm also marketing the Now Lifestyle pages because I want to see if they work, and they really do. Having said that, it's important that you really do get started branding yourself, because this is an amazing business, but people are joining you, not the business. And so you want to get yourself out there, and it's really simple to do capture pages. And little Birdie told me that we'll have our own system in the future here, which is going to be awesome. But you know what? Get in touch with somebody who knows what they're doing. We have a lot of panel members here who are quite happy to help you in that regard, to help you get started with your own capture page. It's not difficult. There's so many systems out there where really it's plug and play. You put your own information in there, and bing, you're set up branding yourself. So you need to brand yourself, but don't let that hold you back from making this system work for you, because the system does really work.
Awesome. Thank you, Jim. Dave, I'm going to kick this one over to you. Glinda asks, do we have a place where we can go and become leaders? So I think really what she's asking is what does it take to become a leader? And I think you could take this a couple of different ways. Some people see a leader as someone who might be making a lot of money, but also a leader as somebody who is truly just helping others. So Dave, what is your opinion on how someone can really become a leader?
Yeah, I think that second part of it was probably the better one, right? I recognize as a coach, and even in like the Facebook groups or on my downline, is the people that are stepping up. It's the people that are taking the initiative. They might even still have the ability to listen and learn. They don't think they're above anyone else. I mean, I've been thrown here, and I busted my tail to be here, but there's a lot more knowledge in this group right here and behind us that we're not seeing right now, and in the Facebook group, people that didn't show up, that I'm still willing to learn from them, and I apply it. So that can be recognized just in and of itself, that they're taking action, and they're willing to listen to something and then apply it and do it. And then you see them doing it on their own, and then they're helping other people.
So more of the ILT almost.
Yeah, exactly. They're taking it and they're applying it, and they're putting themselves in that leadership position.
Awesome. All right, thank you, sir. All right, this next question is from Jerry. It's a great question. Nick, I'm going to kick this one over to you. Jerry says, I've done over 200 videos, but no one is watching them. How do you get your videos viewed by more potential customers?
That's a great question, and the best analogy that I can give you is when you create content through video marketing that people are actually searching for. A lot of people just create random videos thinking that people are gonna watch them. It's like putting a uncharted island out there in the middle of the ocean with no roads to it, and if you have all these uncharted islands, 200 of them out there, but no roads to it, then obviously no one's gonna come and visit. So what you have to do is think to yourself, okay, what are people searching for? And if you don't know how to think to yourself in that way, you ask Google, right? Go to Google and type in Google Keyword Planner, and there's a tool that you can use where you can search the most popular keywords. You type in one phrase, type in like how to, like how to make money online. Then you can see all these related keywords to it and rank your video for that keyword. Now you might be wondering how to rank a video. That's kind of a technical thing because it has to show a screen, but if you go on YouTube, at YouTube University, how to rank a YouTube video, you can watch like the first 5 videos. I actually made a video on how to rank a YouTube video. I go through step by step exactly how I do it. It's like 30 minutes long or so. You can find it on YouTube, and you do that, you put that out there. What it's like doing, it's like putting all these roads from the mainland to your island and having all these resorts and everything on it and making it a popular destination for it. So with video marketing as well, if people start watching it, but no one is converting from your videos. So there's a first aspect of ranking it for the content that people are searching for. And when you start doing that, you're gonna start showing up on the first page of YouTube for all these different keywords. That's how you're gonna generate evergreen content and evergreen leads that aren't gonna disappear. And then what happens is that second part, where if you want to convert the people that are watching your videos to your capture page through your sales funnel, give call to actions. Keep it stupid simple, right? Tell people what to do. Because if you're not telling people what to do, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna go through the YouTube black hole, right? You see on the side, they're just gonna watch video after video after video and end up in the weird section of YouTube watching random videos, and they're like, don't even remember about your video anymore. So you need to tell them what to do at the end of your video, 3-step call to action, keep it simple. Like I want you to click the link below. On the other side, put in your information, get started, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world. I'll see you on the next video. Simple call to actions like that. No need to overcomplicate it, you know. But people overthink it too much, you know. Just take action, keep it simple.
All right, thanks, Nick. Appreciate that. All right, Blakester. In case you guys don't know, Blake is the guy behind the camera right here. Very handsome guy. You guys can't see him, unfortunately. You just have to take my word for it. So Sean asked this question, and Vince, I'm going to kick this over to you. He says, regarding advertising, what source of traffic, so we're talking paid traffic here, what source of traffic do you feel is the best, whether Sean specifically mentioned Facebook ads, solo ads, Google pay-per-click. What would you say drives the best quality result?
Well, I guess it just depends on people's budget too. So you have to understand when you're marketing, like any business, you're going to be spending money to make money, right? Or you're going to be spending time. So you have to realize yourself, it's like, do I want to spend, 20 to 50 minutes to an hour a day messaging 25, 50, 100 people? Or do you want to pay 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks a day to Facebook or Instagram or whatever to get in front of those people so you don't really have to go after those people? So when it comes down to advertising, you guys just have to really understand what your budget is, what's your overhead, like what can you understand in your life to make it feel good. And so what I want you guys to understand though too is, like, a lot of people in marketing, they'll think, they'll look at their bank account and they'll realize, man, I don't know if I can really afford to do this or that or whatever. But if you really want to go big with it, it's really not about what's in your bank account. It's about finding some credit cards and making some shit happen. Like, you got to get yourself in front of a lot of people quickly if you want to compound the time and start actually, succeeding quickly. Okay? So the reality is, you guys have to just decide, do I want to make it the time aspect? Do you want to sit there and type to 25, 50, 100 people a day? Or do you want to just pay Facebook $50, $25, $100? Some people are even spending almost $1 million a day on Facebook. It's crazy for advertising. So it really kind of goes up to whatever level you want to go. But if you don't have money, this is how I started. I didn't have money when I started several years ago, and what I did was I just messaged 50 people a day minimum. Message 50 people a day. I said, how you doing? What's going on? You look like a sharp person. Are you in entrepreneurship? I am. How are you doing today? And see if they respond to you. And if they respond to you, let them know what you do. Ask them what they do. You know what I mean? People want to know that you care about them before you care about yourself. So there's so many people out there, messaging a link to somebody and telling them, hey, go check this out. Like, why the hell would they check it out if you didn't let them know that you actually cared about them first? You know what I'm saying? So it really comes down to, do you value your time, or do you have enough money to go ahead there and market? You know what I'm saying? So that's the reality. There's solo ads, Facebook advertising, there's all kinds of stuff, Instagram advertising. The reality is, what can you afford to do, right, in your life? And then the time is really what it comes down to. So if you guys don't have money out there, there's really no excuses. You can message 25, 50, 100 people a day, no problem, and start getting leads and people to start understanding what your business is. And if you have extra money, you can go out there and pay for some advertising. You're going to learn all this stuff when you get action and take action inside of our program, though. So,
awesome.
Boom.
Money Vince, thank you, sir. All right, so Joe asks, Tissa, I'm going to kick this one over to you. How and what tools do you use to automate your business? So I know all of us we have multiple different types of tools that we use. Just give them, maybe like your top 3 automation tools that you use that you pretty much couldn't live without.
So other than autoresponders, the obvious ones, you mean?
Autoresponder could certainly be one, because you got to get your emails out.
Yeah, let's not overlook the obvious, right? So, an autoresponder, first and foremost. You have to build that list. You have to make sure that you have a system in place to follow up with them. I'm trying to think what else. I personally, I'm a huge proponent of blogging. I think that, Facebook has its place, but like as we were talking about earlier, the organic reach on Facebook posts off of pages has dropped to something like 5%. So if you have a Facebook page, only 5% or so of people who have liked your page are actually going to see posts that you make on that page. On the other hand, if you have a blog, this is your own piece of real estate where you can create content, you can share content to your blog. And there are ways to automate that process as well, which I'm not going to get into right now. But if you have your own blog and you have your opt-in form built into your blog, that's a great way to build that following. And it really is an automation tool, because there are ways to populate your blog with content. So I would say an autoresponder together with a blog, because a blog is yours. You don't have to worry about Facebook diminishing your reach. You're creating content off of Facebook. So I would say a combination of an autoresponder and a blog.
Cool. Awesome. All right, so John Saris. Hey, Seb. Hey, Seb. Hey, guys, that's Seb. Everyone say hi to Seb. Seb is the comic relief. You know, you got to have that every now and then. So let's see. This question could really honestly go to any one of you guys, but let's split this between Nick and John. We're going to shoot over to the younger generation here, but John asks, how long should videos be? And I guess we'll break it down. Nick, why don't you maybe talk about more of like the bridge style welcome emails, and then, you know, John, if you want to talk maybe a little more about content or, you know, some value that you're trying to get out and trying to help people with, because it really depends on the type of video that you're making, but we'll let these two guys handle that.
Yeah. You want to go first?
I don't want to try to cover both of them, but number one, like you kind of said, if it's an introduction video, like it's the first page they see, or like you said, a bridge video, right after, you know, they opt in, you maybe 1 to 2, 3 minutes. Not that long, because people's attention is only that much. It's like, I believe now it's like close to, the actual adult attention is close to that of a goldfish. It's like 9 or 12 seconds or something like that. But they don't have that much, you know, you gotta get them interested. The right of the way is to see the video. So when you make a video, you want it to be as entertaining as possible, and you want to get their curiosity as much as you possibly can. And then for training, I'm gonna pass it over to Nick.
Sweet. So yeah, attention span is ridiculous nowadays. If you look at Hollywood, the movie industry, and study, as you watch a movie, study how they edit it. They're cutting it every 4 to 6 seconds because people will lose attention. So depending on the type of video that you're making, if you're making a bridge video like on a thank you page, you want to keep it short, simple. I mean, I have one funnel that, like, in one business, an affiliate offer that like brought in like 900 people within 12 months. I kept it simple. It was like 3 minutes long, and like really simple. It was telling them why they're there, appreciated them for putting their information on my page, and letting them know who I am through the PAS formula. If you want to write this down, it's past, agitation, solution. So past pain problem, so there's like 3 P's in there, right? But something that happened in your past caused you big pain within your life. It was a big problem for you, because that shows them that you're a real person, right? You're not this super successful quote-unquote guru, you know? Like, you actually struggle, you know, and you've been through something. Like for me, like I said, just like I showed my story with you about falling down a staircase, doing that, see, as I'm telling you this, we do it throughout our stories. So the agitation is just the tipping point. Like, what was the tipping point for you? What was that trigger in your head that caused you to shift and change? Was it an audio that you listened to? Was it a product that you bought? Was it someone that you met in person, some mentor that you found? And then the solution is just the person that you're working with, the company that you're working with, and then a call to action to get started by clicking the link below. And doing that, really, really simple. But yeah, back to like the time of like other videos. If like, are they asking about like bridge videos or like YouTube videos? Because there's a lot of people out there that crush it, making hour-long videos, but they're very, very good at holding people's attention throughout the whole hour because they tell stories, they give a lot of value. If you're brand new and you're kind of uncomfortable on camera, like when I was just starting out with video, I was super uncomfortable. I couldn't keep talking. I didn't know what to say. I would run out of ideas after like 10 seconds. I'd be like, oh shoot, well, and I would kind of like stutter all over myself. But then slowly but surely, so I started small with like a minute video, and I went to like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, then some videos are like 45 minutes, an hour. So it kind of varies, you know, but ask yourself like, what type of video are you putting out there? Is it like lifestyle? So like, are you entertaining your audience through that with like music, like vlog style? Is it just a pure like value-based video where you're just talking to the camera the whole time? Like there's 3 E's to marketing. It's entertain, educate, empower. A lot of people out there in this industry, all they do is they educate, right? They don't entertain people at all, and they wonder why no one is watching their stuff. You know, people love to be entertained, you know? So entertainment is at the top of the list because there's a lot of marketers out there that don't really like educate much, but all they do is they entertain, and they're crushing it right now. But if you have all 3, you entertain your audience first and foremost throughout the whole time, then you can expand the time a lot longer, and then you educate them through that. That positions you as an authority. They see you as that person that they would want to work with because you're actually feeding energy into them, you're feeding value into them, and people are naturally unconsciously attracted to people like that where they want to be around them, and then you empower them through your story, through the message, and that inspires them to take action too. And then as you tell them to click the link below and do that, they're going to do it automatically.
I just want to say real quick to generalize that. It's basically, it depends on your purpose and depends what they're searching for. Obviously, like I said, he said if it's a squeeze page or a bridge page, you want it to be short. And if it's like a training, if you're showing someone how to set up their blog or how to start their Facebook ad, or whatever that is, obviously it's going to be longer. So it just depends on what the purpose is and what they're searching for.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Real quick question. This has got to be coming from Seb. Who asked that question about the co-op? Andrew? Andrew. Okay. Andrew asked the guaranteed paid signups. How often are they going to be? Between 1 and 3 times a month. Right now, for those of you guys that don't know what guaranteed paid signups are, essentially you can invest a little bit of money and you can get guaranteed paid members in your downline. And it's I mean, talk about a quick way to build your business. You have someone that says yes, someone that paid $50 to join an online opportunity, and all you got to do is plug them into your downline and reach out and connect with them and get them going. So what we discovered in the last couple of weeks with Joel, and the cost that we're looking at on the back end to get the paid signups is really, really good. So we're going to be able to expand that. So instead of doing just a couple hundred a month, 200, 300, 400 a month, maybe we're going to blow it up and probably be looking at 1,000 to 2,000, maybe even more per month. So they're going to become more readily available, which is a great thing. Again, just one more opportunity for you guys to crush your business and get guaranteed paid members in your business, along from everything else that folks are talking about here of the attraction marketing, creating content, and all those other things. But I just want to chime in real quick on the content that the question that we just talked about, which was the times of videos. Now for me, I try to do roughly a video a day, and both those guys said it too, is that it really depends on the video that you're making as well. And a lot of the times I do trainings, and I like to teach and educate and show people specifically how to do certain things. Now for myself, I find my videos to be very, very detailed. I spend a lot of time going through click by click, step by step, and talking about specific information. So for those types of videos, you know, sometimes depending on what it is, it could be a 5-minute video, sometimes it could be a 45-minute video. And I have some training videos that are over an hour, but you also have to realize what type of content you're learning. So if I'm teaching somebody how to create a Facebook ad, if I'm teaching somebody how to rank a video on YouTube, if I'm teaching somebody, hey buddy, got an echo over here.
I was just checking out your cool face on it.
Yeah, I know, Brett, that's good. But so if you're teaching somebody something that's in depth, then sure, your video is going to be longer. And it's almost better in that case to make it a little longer but cover a lot of great information rather than trying to keep it short on purpose because people have a short attention span like Nick said. But you also need to realize that you want to put out valuable content as well. So I wouldn't concern yourself too much with the time unless it's like a welcome video or a bridge video. Those you want to have. What's that?
Sorry, it says there's 2 minutes left.
Oh, we're coming up. You kidding me? We're timing out? Wow. Coming out, we're timing out on our Facebook Live, man. So yeah, it just really just depends on what you're putting out there. So, man, in closing, I don't think we have time for any more questions, but you know, guys, I really, really appreciate you for, what's our timer? Get it?
1.5 minutes.
Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us.
thanks. See ya. Guys, I really appreciate all the questions that you guys asked live. What an amazing panel we have here. There will be a replay available for sure. I just want to thank Vince and Dave and Janet, Tissa and Nick, Greg and John for crushing some valuable information. Hopefully you guys learned a lot tonight. But from the Leaders Mansion in Cabo, thanks everybody for an absolutely awesome time.
And I'm gonna need everybody's help on this. This is awesome! Woo! Come on!
All right, so guys, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for all the hearts and likes and comments and all the questions. But the foundation is being built right here in this room as we speak. So when this is all done, we're going to continue to network, continue to do things that are going to help you create an amazing future. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the beaches of the world, see you at the top of the mountain, and see you wherever you want to be. So appreciate all you guys. Thanks, peace and love. You guys have a great night.